the sun has come out. Hey, welcome to the channel. The sun is out. Wow. Yippee yippee. Now I was deliberating whether I've got a better. Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this Wheelie bin Erection. I've just fallen out with Neil Oliver. It's just. I've just fallen out with Neil Oliver. Obviously he doesn't care and he doesn't care. I've unsubscribed, and the reason is that he's going on about the trans thing, and he was doing that toilet thing. I think he's supposed to be an intelligent man. He was talking about how women are persecuted and how they've been persecuted by transgender ideology, and I just think he's wrong, you know. It's like, if you look at the percentage of transgenders, it's like tiny. So, no, he didn't say the ideology, he's talking about, see, you get a conflation, you've got people and you've got ideology, groups, you know. That, so it depends what you're actually talking about. I want to like him, you know, I want to. But he pisses me off, and it's because he's following that sort of feminist thing, and like a lot of them do. So he somehow thinks he's protecting women, but he's not, because they're actually also radicalised in some way, and they're not conforming to anything either, you know. So I just think he's got that wrong, and I think it's easy for him. I don't think he actually cares. Because he's getting the bulk of his people that watch his channel are not going to care. So I'm kind of on my own with that, you know. Plus, because you could say I'm a small C conservative. So that's the dichotomy that exists. So the reality is that I think he's been really lacking in any in-depth analysis of that. And it's coming from these man-hating feminists who he's going to suck up to, you know. He doesn't actually, you know, where does this end? If you look at him, I mean, I know he's married and that, and he doesn't look entirely heterosexual actually, but what does that mean? Well, he seems a wee bit effeminate actually. I think he's been entirely lazy with that, so I unsubscribed. Not that that'll matter to him, you know, but good luck to him. I mean, I've spent my whole life being chucked under the bus, you know, so. Look at this! Oh, you're getting really sophisticated now. Alright. Oh, this is unbelievable. You're getting really sophisticated. Maybe I could start doing this as a job. Somehow I don't think so. And it could be, that I've kind of overreacted a bit to what he said, but I don't think so. He's been quite illiberal. think he's actually being a weak man. Because a strong man would protect like your transgender types or what your non-conforming types. A strong man would, well, not protect them, but they wouldn't he's claiming that they're a threat to women, which is such a ridiculous thing to say. They're a threat to themselves. You can get in quite a lot of discussions about this where you can land up going in circles with a lot of things. You know, so what is normal, who's normal? So if I'm not normal, so like, what I could do is like my auntie, for example. My auntie is normal, but she never had any children. So that's wrong. You know, so I've reproduced and yeah, okay, I've actually done that. And so many people don't do that. You know, if you really want to start talking about, so who's the, so why have they not done that? Is it because of, you know, is it because of transgenders or something that's caused that? Well, it isn't, is it? So the biggest threat to humanity is not a few weirdos in the ASDA bathroom. I just think it's incredible how an intelligent man like that, unless he's saying it just for his audience, he doesn't live that far from here. I think he's just gone a bit too far actually, because I am essentially, I mean, yeah, you could say I suppose I'm a liberal, you know, in terms of politics. But you could, so I think Neil Oliver's coming across as being a bit too right. I don't even want to say that. Far right. You know, he has come from a privileged position where, you know, he's wealthy, he's made a lot of money. But what sort of people are going to follow him when he's going on about all that stuff? It's just like angry people. It's illiberal, is what I'm saying. I am essentially disappointed in it because I sort of do like him. Why is there so many screws? So, right, this is a better way of doing it. You've got the thing over like that. Hey, what now? So you've got, so that one, I know that one goes in the middle. Right, so we've got 7, 7, 7. There's 4 7s and an 8. The 8's go in the middle. Just put that there now. I'll just check to make sure, check my drawing to make sure I've got it right. You know, at the end of the day, I admire certain people, but I don't like it when they start getting lazy. When they just go for the lazy. So transgender women are a threat to women. Or maybe I've thought he said that and he didn't maybe mean that or something. Maybe is he talking about the ideology? It's a threat to humanity. So if you land up, how can you have children if you've been sterilised? You can't, can you? So like you're a dead end. Of course, on my side, I had 5 before I did it. When you can start going around the doors with all these, you really need to get out of the ideology. This is what I'm trying to do. Can't fucking see. I think it's with. So that's 7, 8. All right. 7, 7, 8 and 7. 7, 8 and 7. So that's 7. Seven. Seven, 8. So we've got 8 there. 8, so how does that go? 8, so that goes up like that. Seven, 7, 8, 7. So this goes. So I suppose I do. The other one, the other flat one goes. Seven. 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 Eight. So that 8 goes. This 8 goes there. Seven. There's another 7. This 7 goes here. See that? So that goes in there. And that one, another 7. The other 7 goes up here like that. Right? You got that? Okay then, let's get on with this. So the screws are B. B, 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 B. That's the ones that's already out. Yeah, so it's just I get disappointed with people that I sort of admire, you know. I've always kind of thought that about him though. He was a bit I think he's just pushing his own laziness. And what I mean is his own preconceived prejudice. It's because it's easy for him, you know, because he's managed to have a fairly safe life, you know, with a decent wife and stuff, and it's worked out well for him. That's what I'm saying. And if it hadn't done, maybe he would think differently. You know, think it's easy to be judgmental. Especially when the narrator he's got in his videos sounds it doesn't sound at all. That's a weird thing. He sounds like they sound like a bunch of. All depends your definition. I mean, some people's definition. So I've got people who criticise me. That they will say that I'm some kind of freak or something, but I'll say, well, how many children have you had? And they haven't had any. So they're not being. So how did they manage that to not have any children? Because it is the be all and end all of life, having children. Having a BMW or, going on holidays, self-indulgent narcissism, that's not the be all and end all of life. It just isn't. So we know that these bits there have to be under the exact location. So the other thing about them, a lot of them, like, it doesn't matter how, I know how. So if you send me a message, I'll respond to it. But at the same time, like Neil Oliver is going to get like thousands and thousands of messages, so he's not going to be able to. I get that. But how arrogant are you? You sit there with all your shit, with all your views, telling me that transgender women are a threat to women. Sitting there in your posh house and I stood up for him because a lot of the SNP types don't like him. Because he spoke out against them. That's why they don't like him. So these topics are politicised. Bit of a problem here. Like all these things. So that the be all and end all isn't about your sexuality and gender. This is not. There's actually a bit of a gap there. Right, so hey! Oh yes! It's so easy. We're an expert conceptual artist like me. Oh. So Laura, no, I can't. It takes me 3 months to get an erection, so I'm not going to be doing this for a living. Now what? Now where are we? Right. See. So what I've got to do now? What I've got left? That's easy to find out what to do. You just go by what you've got left. Right, so we'll get the lids on now. So we've got 11, 10 and 9. So basically you just I would advise people to take me as me and not as a category of. I'll show you a letter I got for the NHS, not right now. Right, and that puts you down to being a category 11, 10 and 9. And yes, in some situations you can use these categories to your advantage, you know, and I'm not explaining exactly what I mean, but I think you have to. I think it's normal, and I think you should do in some scenarios. So that's 11, 10, 9. It might be to protect yourself, you know, if you've got a bad actor trying to damage your life. Could be that. So why shouldn't you? You know, you should use it if you have to. Don't use it against people arbitrarily. And to basically you would use. So I'm talking about your diagnosis or whatever it might be. To defend yourself. That's what I would say. You know, use it to defend yourself by all means. If somebody's attacking you. How the hell was that? Have I got this right? We'll find out when I lift this one up. So 11 should be in there. This is 9. I mean, it might be a bit that I've just got it a wee bit wrong with the, you know, with the thing. Isn't that wonderful weather now? That's not right. I've got that the wrong way around. What is it again? So I've got the slope wrong. Right, 11, 10 and 9. 11. I've got it the wrong way around. 11. I'm looking at the drawing from the wrong way around. So obviously, this one's right. It's because I was looking at it from the wrong way around. Because obviously you go by the slope. I think there was when I was at college we get tested how you learn things, and I'm a visual person. Obviously, well, an artist probably would be, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Right, so that's it. It was just because I was looking at the wrong one. Right, so what's the screws for that one? It's visual, so, but I have got, well, that's what I was talking about with the when I was talking about autism, so that's just really, it's not, I don't think it shouldn't really be a disorder, but that's back to the Victorian stuff again. And like my side, so I've actually got a diagnosis of it, but that's sort of like, I'd be on the mild end of it, you know. Mild, you know, like definitely mild. If you must. I don't really see it that way, but as I say, sometimes you have to protect yourself from bad actors, so you have to get your diagnosis out and attack them with it. What is it you do with this again? Oh, there's holes there. Ah, there's holes away down there. Yeah, right down. It's already pre-drilled. It's actually quite easy. Alright, you dropped the screw! So no, I'm not going to start doing this for a living. I might start going around with them, videoing myself. I might start doing that, that sounds more like fun. So that's me finished with Neil Oliver. As far as I can tell. He's done things like that before. I think he's just been lazy. Because if you watch Jordan Peterson interviewing an idiot called Posey Parker, that's where that sort of thinking. And they're unwittingly supporting man-hating feminists. Why would a man support somebody who hates men? It's just insane. Yeah, it's like, why would you do that? You're nuts. Well, there's other screws further down in here. I don't know if I did that in the other one. I don't think I did. There's screws away down in here. That'll be why there's spare screws left over. Which I used elsewhere. Yes, that's what I did wrong. I missed out these ones out, the ones on the inside. But that's alright, I could get them later, couldn't I? Yeah. I quite like doing these types of videos. They're alright. I mean, I can talk about various things when I'm doing it. And when I'm watching them back, I watched one back and I was going on about certain things. I think I already put a screw in there. That's why it's not going in. You know, it can make it sort of interesting. Just chatting about different things. At some point I will have to do a live. More than likely. Yeah. So let's see how that goes. Stuart the fish whisperer was telling me to do it. Aye. Right. I'm sure there's a screw in there, because there's a screw here. Why is there a screw here? That's weird. I must have. Maybe it's just in a knot or something. It must have been on a knot or something like that. So why is this twisted round here? Oh, well, once the doors go on. Yeah, once the doors go on, that'll tighten that. This should be self-explanatory. I hated that. I used to get that at work. Self-explanatory. I know what I'm like. When I was at work, right, there's in the roofing industry. A lot of the supervisors we had. To be fair, I'm quite. It's a long story, but I got that job because various things, but it really didn't suit me. But life's like that. And they would say things like, "Go to Forres and turn right at the steeple." You know, or it's like, and that was before we had GPS navigation. That was before we had any of that stuff. Didn't even have a cigarette lighter in the van or nothing. Even if you did, to plug it in. We didn't have phones. And if you wanted to phone the office, you had to go borrow a phone off somebody. We got a phone box. So at that time it was a lot of the miscommunication and everything. And of course I was quite nervous as well. And their behaviour made me worse. I would say, yeah. But looking back now, some of them were actually quite stupid people. Obviously now I've got the confidence. To identify that fact. So it's 13, 13 and 14. So it's 13, 13, 13 and 14. So obviously I've got my own issues in that, and I'm not, but I managed to get on, I managed to do things on my own. So that's 14. So that means that who the fuck's peeping? 13. So obviously this, oh, right, so this one will go in there like that. But I have had a bit of problems with this lot twisting, partly because, probably because, well, when I loaded it up with timber, it went against the side of it, and I hadn't really loaded it properly. So like that one, you've got like a bit of a, this needs pulling in, that's all. I would probably go too far if I got a big ratchet stroke and stroked it all in. It's like, oh yeah, that's worked. So, oh yeah, that's lined up. So you get the screws right through there whilst it's lined up. So the screws are, you should know what screws are, they're the only ones that's left. D. Oh, it's big proper wood screws, eh? The D. Where's the D? Ah, oh, not really. D. So it's definitely D, is it? They don't seem right. It must be. See what happens when I push against it? It's useless, isn't it? It's because it's like, I mean, I got my friend to bring a magnetic tip, and a bit better when I'll have it all together if I can get you. You have to sort of, So I think the culture war, I think Neil's getting it wrong, the culture war is not, or if he's trying to say that's what it is, I don't think that's what it is. So I think at the end of the day, I don't think he's really going to save us from anything. I think he's a bit of a... It's sad because a lot of things that Neil Oliver says, I'm glad he says it, you know, but the net zero thing, I've stuck up for that bastard as well. But that's because gnats, as I said, gnats don't like him. Gnats. See, it's a lot of tribal stuff, isn't it? Like tribal warfare. Right, so, tribal warfare. Who knows? Who says that? I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Who knows? If there was some kind of revolution, this is the thing about revolutions. You might say, right, I'm going to have a revolution, and support it. And you could be the first to get bloody murdered, innit? Could be me. Or it could be Neil Oliver. You know, it's like... Back to the thing about... I think I've went to a circle. We're back to women being protected. We're back to that. That's about... That hinges about... oh, it's alright. We're back to protecting women at the end of the day. So why should they be equal? And if they're equal, why do they need protecting? Why can't they protect themselves? You know? Yeah, if I had the right equipment, it would be better. To be fair, I think there is a knot there. Definitely. There's an... Oh, look, you're forgetting about the other one. Dumpling. Because these ones, you know, you put them through. My mind's full of random thoughts and memories, and they come out at weird times, and I don't know if you can see that or when I'm talking. I don't know if you can. If you can't, I need to lean on something. It's just random memories that turn up. I don't know if other people are like that or not. And the downside is if they're negative. If they're negative memories. It can be unpleasant. So the bottom hinge. So what was I thinking about? I don't know. There's a negative memory came in to my head there. I don't know what it was. So to keep this thing together while I'm carrying it around, I'm going to put a big screw right in here. That's not good. Of course I went and used all the screws. Oh no, there's one there. Yeah. This is where I could do a drill. There's actually little wee holes in it already. I found it the last time to get started to use a drill. And sometimes you have to think that you're maybe in the wrong pond, you know, and it could be like me going on to Neil Oliver. Guaranteed, I commented on it all. I'll get shot down in flames with what I've said. It just means I'm in the wrong pond to get out of it. So I think I have done that. So I don't think he realises he's in a liberal democracy, is my issue with him. Well, it's supposed to be a liberal democracy. See, I'm such a strange person. I've got all the different belief systems all in the one person. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, where does this go again? Ah, this is for these. That's for that there, right? So this, they screw into there. That's easy. And we'll just use the screws. What I did, the mistake I made with the last one was I had these too far back. Well, there's a wee hole there for it. There's a wee hole. And with this being such a useless hey! A lot of people find these videos boring, maybe they do. Maybe they are boring. They are what they are. I mean, to see it like women, the transgenders are going for women, they're a threat to women. There's something weird about that. So he's perpetrating feminist nonsense, and he's doing it because he's lazy. But does he really believe that shit? It's actually stupid. What do you think happens when I go to the toilet? I just do the toilet. Fucking hell. It's insane to think that. It's like, I suppose the thing is it's a 0.0.0.0003% of the population are going to unsubscribe from his channel. Like I did. The other one I don't like is that horrible bastard in is it Andrew Doyle? You know, it's really annoying when they're gay. Like, they are so they're obsessing over their own little problems. So their little proclivity is more important than somebody else's. Because most of them are not going to bring forward humanity or be genetically successful. You know, but they're worried about transgender women going in the toilet. Oh, how dumb are they? So that's what women have become. That's all. That's the only threat that they have is the toilet. That's where we've got ourselves to. That's it. They're a threat because of the toilet. Is that it? Wait, any more? No, just the toilet. Completely dumb. Majority of them have got autism anyway. Prove that. But me, that doesn't prove the majority of them, does it? See this one here, it's a bit tricky getting it started. And yesterday I used a drill, but that would require me to go and get the drill out of the garage. So if I could just... Oh, I could actually use a screw to get started. Yeah, I'll do that. Just to open up the hole a bit. Shut up! Open up the hole? Worst screw you've got. There's a better screw sitting there. The majority of people don't care. I mean, toilets, they're not actually a safe place. Public toilets are not, well, by definition, public. They're not actually a safe place. So I think he's perpetuating fish, and that's me finished with. He can go and get stuff. I won't watch it anymore. I do that with a lot of these people. I will just not watch his videos anymore. Not like if you get a pie from Baker's, and it's no good. Vote with your feet. Right. So how we can tell if it's finished or no? I can have a look see if there's screws left. Yeah, there's screws left. Yeah. Why is there screws left? Why? Why is everybody white around about here? Why is there 8 screws left? Yeah, you've hooked it in, you can't pull the thing out. You're supposed to stop it blowing up in the wind. Why is there no... Could you ever put a screw in here just to hide it while we're carrying it around? But I don't think I'm getting the long ones. Maybe this one might do. Nah, that's not long enough. Oh, I know where there's screw here. Right, so we're going to be ending the video. Going to be ending the video just now. That's the wrong type of screw. Right, wonderful excuse is, it's the only one I could find. I don't know if it is the wrong type of screw. Right, so that holds that in position, and then I can carry the whole thing round. Well, it's nice you've done that. So all you do is like this. See? Right, doesn't it get whacked in the heat that time? Oh, that's all went all squint down. Could have screwed that in there while I was carrying it around, but I think, right. So that's it, folks. Thanks for being so patient. That's it finished. So thanks for watching this video. It's my favourite cone. So we'll get it carried round and we'll get the logs put in it. So, thanks for watching. Try not to listen too much to what I say. And goodbye.